Okay, we start off with the Weisenberg perspective, and it's such a great annual event in Long Beach, and especially it's the event in Long Beach in the wintertime. The Super Bowl splash, the polar bears, always on Super Bowl Sunday, February 2nd, which for me is a very special day. Not only do we celebrate Super Bowl splash, but my mom is turning 92 on Super Bowl Sunday. But this year it's going to be great. Harvey, my friend, has his new polar bear sweatshirt, new color, the dark gray. I'm wearing the color from last year. So without further ado, Harvey, talk about how special the Super Bowl splash has been, because you've gone in the water every single year. I'm sure you're going in this year. Talk about how special this event is in Long Beach.
Well, I would say that I made a decision many years ago, and I always say to this day, if I'm going to die, I'm going to do it my way. And I know on Super Bowl Sunday, I do it with a smile, and I say, this could be the last day, but you know what? It's quite a day. It's a Long Beach day. This is a day in which my city, the city of Long Beach, with our total population of about 35,000 people and their families, and about approximately 10,000 people will come to Long Beach and will be part of a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish that I believe the Guinness Records might indicate is one of the biggest that they have ever seen, because we can make over $600,000 in a day. And the families that started this are just Long Beach people, and this is what we do in Long Beach.
So Harvey, let me interrupt you for 1 second. If this is what we're going to see on Super Bowl Sunday, Harvey in your bathing suit, in the ocean, going in the water, this is what we're going to see, Harvey?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There it is.
You know, I've been lifeguards for life.
Harvey, I got to ask you a question. I wanted to interrupt you. How have you remained such that great physique? You're 86. You look like you're 56. How have you remained in such great shape over the years?
It's all about love. Let me tell you, it's a Long Beach thing. That's what Long Beach people do. It's part of our life. But the serious aspect of this is that God gave us a natural resource to be used, and we are using it because we're a fundraising city for any and all agencies, not-for-profits, any from as far as California come here and utilize It's Surf for All. They come here, we take people who have disabilities, and we give them a life experience because God gave us a beautiful ocean. But more important, God gave us the people, the citizens of Long Beach, like the Scudden family, and the families that participate here, to utilize our resource, the ocean, the boardwalk, to be able to raise funds for not-for-profit agencies. And that's what Long Beach is all about. And I've said this many years, and I've said this almost my whole life, that Long Beach is a small city. And a small city where if anybody has any need in our city, whether it's religious, whether it's any aspect of life, sick people, hospitals or whatever, they utilize our resources and we all do everything together. Long Beach people help Long Beach people. We didn't need outside people coming in. But then we went national. And our Polar Bear Club is probably the leader, as well as the wonderful volleyball tournament that we have in the summer, where we raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for people with disabilities and cancer. But Super Bowl Sunday is a special day. Like I say, 10,000 people will be here. About 6,000 will go in the water, and everybody comes out with a smile. The one thing I bring to view that I think is of interest, it's a family day. And I'm standing next to little kids that are going into the ocean in February. And I tell you, nobody gets cold because everybody comes out with the warmth of a beautiful smile. It's a happy day. It's a day that we know we're giving, and that's what Long Beach does, give to all those that are entitled to be able to have some happiness and some resources to be able to meet their medical needs or whatever needs that are necessary for quality of life. But that's what Long Beach is all about.
And I don't think my good friends Pete Myers and Kevin McCarthy, hopefully we'll have them on the show next week as we do a polar bear and Super Bowl preview. We know that Kansas City is one team in the Super Bowl, probably going to be playing San Francisco. But, I think when Pete and Kevin started this over 20 years ago, I don't think they ever imagined it would grow to be such a huge event like it is today.
Well, another aspect of this, that's true. But as I say, we're one big family. Long Beach is very diverse in its population, but we're one unit. We're one big family unit down here. And I always said I'm not happy with the way things are happening. Most recently, that we became a tourist attraction. We're probably the most visited, utilized resource for people to come down and try to raise money for their organizations. But I also want to pay tribute to that nobody really understands is the city of Long Beach workforce, the people that maintain the city, the sanitation, the beach, keep the beaches clean and healthy for people, the police, recreation, the volunteers. So many volunteers are out there, and we're doing this all together. And the biggest recipient of this, of course, is Make-A-Wish. I don't think there's a national organization. There are so many that can do a better job to bring happiness to those that need that kind of support and happiness.
You know what's great about a day like this, Harvey, just to reflect, is you go down to the beach and the boardwalk and you run into so many old friends, people that you've grown up with, like Dottie Barriscale and Chief of Lifeguards, Paul Gillespie. Just seeing old friends like that and legends like yourself makes the day, I think, even a little bit more special.
Well, we are. We're a family. I said it again. I bring to view the diversity of our population, 35,000 people, whether it's people of color or different religions. But anything happens where there's any need, everybody in this city will rally to help the people that need the support and help that they need. Long Beach is a great city. Long Beach is a happy place. Difficult times because of politics. The reality is that good people getting together. I hope that we'll be able to turn things around financially for our city, because our city workers are entitled to have the resources necessary to maintain the quality of life that we have for all our people. Not everybody has everyday garbage pickups. Not every day has no other place has their own city fire and police department and our volunteers. So we do it, and we do it well together. But I would rather keep Long Beach as a small city than a big tourist attraction.
Absolutely, and let's talk a little about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because that's where all the proceeds from all the sweatshirts and T-shirts and all the items sold on Super Bowl Sunday, it all goes to Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think Pete and Kevin have raised over $1 million, well over $1 million. So it goes for and that's such a great thing that, that to grant a wish to a sick child, to brighten their day with something special, is really a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful charity to work with.
When you bring to view something that I have worked on, I guess I dedicated my life to making people aware that when you see some children that have disabilities or challenges, that you focus on what these children can do, not what they can't do, and how much happiness and success we have because we have our recreation staff, our education, our schools, our coaches, and how they work together to make people aware, again, that everybody has an opportunity to participate. We're limited in some aspects, but we focus on the strength of our people, and they get self-esteem, they get support, and they get self-confidence, and they become better citizens. There's no educational experience better than to work with people with disabilities to see their accomplishments because of your volunteering, supporting, coaching, and that's what Long Beach is really all about.
Awesome. So, folks, it's Sunday, February 2nd, the Polar Bear Super Bowl Splash, and come down to the boardwalk and see Harvey jump in the water. And also, Harvey is, let's talk about for last second, For the Love of a Child, Harvey's book, and Harvey, this book is selling all over the world, and I'm sure you're very proud of this book that you recently wrote, and it's touched a lot of people.
Well, it's all about love, and I tell you, as late as today, I had somebody from outside the country send me a notice about the happiness that this book gave to a family because they have children with disabilities, and they participated and saw from this book what love is all about. And I share this with you and the public, The unconditional love that you get from a special child is like no other love experience that you can imagine. You know, unfortunately, people are in denial and they don't want to participate and they don't want to know about it. But unfortunately, they don't know. And I'm telling you from my own life experience, there is no greater love in this world than getting love back from a person with a disability who is happy from your efforts in trying to give them some kind of support. And that's the most important thing you can do with anybody. But again, focus on what our children and families can do, not what they can't do.
Wonderful. And that is the Weisenberg perspective.